What's up, fellas? Just wanted to get at y'all, man. Live from Medellin, Colombia. Here with my fiance. Just wanted to give you guys just an update what's been going on, what it's like. This is my second time doing a long stay in Colombia. The first time was in Cartagena, and now this is Medellin. Both situations I was in a relationship, but this is somewhat new right now. I'm gonna touch on a couple other things too. There's been a lot of conversation about these dating coaches and other YouTubers being very critical of guys that travel and date abroad. So let me touch on that real quick, and then I'll kind of go into Colombia. So I believe AMS, I seen another video with Oshay and another guy, talk about these things. First I want to say is that people that are experts in dating in the U.S., I respect y'all. Y'all need to stay in y'all lane though. Foreign dating is my lane, and a few others that I know that frequent and have just as much experience as I have. Just to put some context around my experience, I will show my passports. I'm on my second passport now, but I've dated women in DR. I've had, I would say, 2 serious relationships in DR. I would say about 3 in Colombia. Never dated in Brazil, but and I've traveled to these countries many times. And people that know me, kind of know my resume. So with all that said, there is a big difference. In general, women are different. Women are the same no matter where you go. Something my mom would always say, a woman is always going to be a woman. However, the experience, is definitely different. Especially if you are on the ground, even if you're here for a weekend, even if you're going on a date. I won't even put in cost because, the cost is subjective to how much you want to spend. A lot of people, could date a woman for a couple months in the U.S. and go on several dates. And it could be just as much as buying a plane ticket, hotel, and food going out the country. And then also you're getting a vacation. A lot of us are probably getting the best sexual experiences we ever had with no complaints. And let me just talk about sex real quick. Sex with American women, they want you to be fucking them for a long time, and it's a workout. These foreign chicks, they 15 minutes, like, they good. That's what they need. They happy. They don't have these high testosterone like sexual desires. Like they are more easily satisfied. So some women may say, well, because they're not used to big dicks in the U.S., they're not used to what we're used to, so of course they're not going to have our standards. But to make a long story short, there's less demand sexually, and I'm not talking about prostitutes or anything like that. I'm just talking about in the culture in general. What you experience when you get off the plane, you get someone that, with a smile, warm embrace, regardless of your American status or your financial status. Ballers and millionaires in the U.S. still get, subpar treatment. So, so we can't really talk about money and things like that. Just the personality, the culture is just so different. But I'll chime into that for another video. But as far as Colombia goes, the first time I did was in Cartagena, and it was different because the girlfriend at the time, she had a job, so she was working pretty much 6 days out the week, and she had a child. So, I had a little bit more free time in between while she was at work to, do whatever. The downside with Cartagena is that the qualities of apartment are not good. Air conditioning is usually in one room, so the other parts of the house may be warm, and then it's not really like the housing is not really sealed, so sometimes you may have, you could have ants and things like that come in and things like that. What else? And then it's expensive. Cartagena is probably the most expensive city in Colombia. So during high season, for a nice apartment, you're probably looking at about $8,000 to $1,000 a month. So that's why I chose to do Medellin this time, because I was able to find a 2-bedroom for about $500 a month. And the weather in Medellin is much more milder, a constant 75 degrees each day. And my lady now, she has her own business, so she doesn't have to be at work like that. The only downside is that, up under each other all day, so it's hard to create space. So that's just one of the challenges, but we've been able to talk about giving each other space and let me, leave and do things like that. I will say, if you're single, dating is not going to be easy. I mean, you're going to if you meet a woman with a job, she's not going to be available. And some of you guys probably heard this from other guys in general, but women at work are just going to be hard to have availability. So you're going to be twiddling your thumbs till she get off work or till Sunday where you can really spend time with her. So that kind of makes guys talk to more women to try to keep them occupied. But at the same time, once you find one, she's going to want your time. And then if you start trying to push her away because you're trying to see somebody else, she's going to feel that vibe and do her own thing too. So it's still challenging, and for me, I think that if you're a man that has the finances you want, you should mind a woman that maybe don't have a job, that she can have more time for you, let you have space, but you're willing to take care of her. So that's just something, something to think about if you want to live in another country. But I won't take too much time. I'm going to drop more videos soon. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Peace.